All right, folks, thanks for reading along so far. Here I'm going to help narrate and visualize what I mean by your takeaway. So I'm going to use an extra club here to help narrate what I'm discussing. What I'm going to do is take that extra club, I'm going to lay it down in a position, and this will be my ball to target line. Now what I'm going to make sure that I do for my body line is stand parallel to that shaft that I just laid down. To understand the difference between an inside takeaway, an on-plane takeaway, or an outside takeaway, we're going to understand the cause and effects of what it can do to your swing. So for most golfers that struggle with the slice, they tend to have an immediate inside takeaway. Now, when instructors have told you to flatten out your swing, they don't mean in your takeaway, they mean in your downswing. So what happens if you go flat in your backswing? Your hands can only go flat for so long before they start to rise. And as they rise, they start to shift closer to the ball and further from your body. And that starts to cause that undesirable over the top swing, which can cause a slice. If the club face is closed, it can hit a hook. But that is kind of a standard motion. If you take the club on the inside, there's a good chance that you're going to come over the top. And on plane swing, if I take the club center to the shaft that I laid down, I want to trace that line back as far as I can. So when I get to about midway to where the shaft is parallel to the horizon of the ground, it should also be parallel to my stance. And that means that I'm on plane and I have a really good chance of coming down with some nice power, get that in to out path like Freddie does, hit that nice powerful draw. Now, kind of in terms of where Freddie started, once he got with Butch Harmon, they cleaned up his takeaway just a little bit in 2003. But he had a pronounced takeaway, which got his left arm in a very vertical position up top. But what that allowed for him, it's kind of like the opposite for flat. If flat goes here, my hands are going to rise. Well, outside the line, coming back, allows me to make that transfer. A player that we all know of, Jim Furyk, has an exaggerated motion of that. It's not a pretty thing to look at, but he does make it work. So I hope you found this helpful, and keep reading on. Thank you.